A new alpha has been released, and with it a whole bunch of new weapons, but none more notable than the frying pan. That's right, it's finally in the game after being teased for, what, months was the original trailer where it was featured? But hey, now it's finally here, so of course I need to do a run entirely based around that. Turn off every single weapon, although with some of the changes that have been done to the grappling hook, that could actually be a worthwhile take here. But no. I'm going to go 2-cell, single weapon, and I'm not only going to be using that for the entire run, I'm also going to be unlocking it here too, just in case you were curious as to the unlock method. Trust me, it's not very involved. I'm fully expecting that by the time this update comes out for real, it's probably going to be a lot more intricate, or at least a lot more obscure to do than this. But for right now, I'm just going to go with no weapon and go grab that frying pan and get onto this. And really, I would suggest doing this. The frying pan is a pretty decent weapon. Brutality scaling, fairly short range, but it gets criticals when you hit enemies in the face, which is silly. It actually reminds me a lot of the... and kind of how it works, it reminds me a lot of the spiked boots. I mean, being short range, very easy to get critical, everything like that. But the idea of smacking enemies in the face doesn't even require enemies to be attacking you, so that's only better. That's definitely something that I can appreciate. So all I need to do is just go get over to not here. Boy, the game is really barren when you have no items turned on, but hey, that's the price you pay when you want to go frying pan only and the game just reset itself. Yeah, if you've never played on the alpha, you have to copy over one of your save files. It's a copy of the save file that gets deleted as soon as there's a new update. So not only is this a nice, easy, and very much expected run to do, I'd like to say, it's also going to buy me some time when I inevitably need to just constantly be unlocking these weapons over and over. Did a stream yesterday. Oh, here we go. Really? So I guess you're not going to be using that now, are you? And there she blows. Yep, it's as easy as that. And now this thing is unlocked forever. It's actually very similar to how the unlocking the symmetrical lance works, where all you gotta do is just pick it up once from the hand of the king, and then you have it unlocked forever. Like I said, by the time this comes out as a real update, not just the alpha form, I expect the unlock method to be a lot, stranger. Oh boy. Well, gotta go for this. Yeah, that critical is super easy to get, even though I don't really know what that has to do with a frying pan. And speaking of which, I kind of expected something along the lines of, like, I don't know, a fire-based thing. After all, it is a frying pan. But nope, it's just a decent little weapon, a decent little brutality weapon to be using, which I guess I can't really argue with at all. Huh. Again, something that I didn't even realize happened when you don't have any items turned on at all. Did I get all of the scrolls in this area? I wasn't even... Actually, you know what? Let's go to the sewers. Because during the kind of disastrous stream that I had yesterday, I didn't really get the 5-cell unlock that I was looking for beating secret 5-cell boss. But I did get to see some of the other weapons, so I want to check out some of the new ones. For example, what's dropped by the Conjunctivius. From what I've seen so far, it seems like it's a weapon that I'm going to want to do a run with almost immediately. Until then, definitely going to want an upgrade for my pan here. Because as of right now, the current pan that I'm using, the current pan that you unlock is Vorpan 1. The most basic, least powerful version of that weapon possible. I mean, just look at the comparison with the Vorpan 4 over there. Yeah, don't really want to be using that one for too long. Might as well have just taken nothing if that's all I was going to be getting. Something that I'm guessing is probably going to be changed up. Oh wow, I didn't even think of this. I forgot that I had to unlock these things. No, I'm going to be waiting to unlock some other stuff first. I don't need those mutations for the time being. So yes, Vorpan. It's, I assume it's supposed to be a portmanteau of Vorpal and Pan. Vorpal being a reference to the classic Lewis Carroll poem about the Jabberwocky. The famed sword that... Okay. The famed sword that beheaded the dreadful beast, causing... everybody to exclaim, Kalu Kalei, O Frabtuous Day. It's an interesting way to go about doing that. People on the stream thought of a different way that you could interpret Vorpan. One that I will not repeat here. So pretty much, I guess, normally I think that Vorpal, when you think of it like in video game form, it has more to do with like the D&D version, which is a, I guess in this game, affix, in a lot of like roguelike stuff, ego, that makes it so that you can occasionally behead enemies. I have no idea how you would do that with a pan. But, hey, it's definitely not just called a frying pan, which I think is an interesting choice on Motion Twin's part. Boy, am I glad they took the knife throwers out of here. That said, the flying biters, I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a better enemy, but oh boy, getting flying enemies is sometimes not the easiest to deal with. Thankfully, when you got a weapon as fast as this one, it is. Also, just a very silly attacking animation. Really are just swinging that thing around like a feather duster. Okay. So there's no actual plan for this run. Like I said, I think that the best thing you could probably take with this is probably... Actually, did I say that, or was that one of the previous recordings? Well, anyway, the best thing you could probably take is the grappling hook. Now that that's been changed up to being brutality scaling, you can easily pull an enemy face first right into you, deal at high levels like 10 times the amount of damage. I gotta tell you, I am very happy to see the change up of grappling hook being a brutality weapon now. It just fits it so much better than survival ever did. And this sort of like super aggressive playstyle like I'm doing with the pan right now, or well, any brutality-based weapon, is just a match made in heaven, if you're asking me. And knowing that now you can just pull enemies head first right into your pan for a good smack, well, that's just the cherry on the cake. And actually, speaking of cherries and all that, one of the things I was kind of surprised about is that apparently, or at least as far as I can tell just yet, there doesn't seem to be any sort of food synergies with the frying pan, which is something that, I gotta tell you, I kind of expected to happen. In fact, speaking of which, why not just go into the diet right now and instead set the food to baguette? Because pan. Eh? Ah, well. Look, I know you don't prepare bread in pans. I mean, if there's one thing I do know, it's something about cooking. I have done a lot in the ways of chefery previous to this. Usually not with like frying pans. Not that I couldn't. I'm more of like a pastry. Ouch. More of a cookies and cakes sort of person when it comes to cooking. But that's why I feel sort of kinship with the bread food stuff, even though, you know, the fruit, of course, is so much more on brand, which is why I gotta have that one. Castlevania-esque would be also a good one there. So yeah, just based on... Ooh, can I get a legendary version of the pan? I would not be opposed to that. Oh, no. And unfortunately, can't really take that right now. Oh well. Maybe later. Anything else? Nah, the 150 version is going to definitely be the one that I need right now. Dual wielding this thing is an interesting way of going about using a pan, but hey, who am I to disagree? Not bad at all. And I do think the damage is actually pretty good on top of the whole excellent utility. Although, you know, looking at it right now, it does kind of surprise me that you can't, like, reflect projectiles. It's such a large, wide weapon. You'd think that you'd be able to shovel-style hit away bombs or something like that. Oh, well, I guess it's not that large. And you're not really swinging this in a way that you would with a shovel. At least not quite the same thing. Yeah, okay. That's close. So yeah, not literally like the most powerful weapon in the game, but I gotta say, I am pretty impressed by this, and at least as of right now, look, I really don't think they're going to keep this unlock method the same. It's a fairly easy one to get pretty early. Although I do have a complete save file, so it might just be that whatever the unlock condition, I've just had that fulfilled for forever. And that you do need to do something a little bit more involved, I just don't know what it is. It's the curse of having everything unlocked for eons. You know? Yeah, I mean, it should always have a either inflammable oil, which would make sense. You put oil in a frying pan, of course. That's how you fry things. Plus 30% on burning. This should just have that naturally. Like, it just gets a permanent 50% buff on any enemy that's burning. Or maybe it just is permanently greased up or something. I don't know. There's a few different ways that I think you could go about doing this. But I really do think that there should be something to do with the actual frying portion of the frying pan. I mean, that's at least the first thing that I would think when I was thinking of this weapon. Or how about just like criticals if an enemy is on fire too? And that's always something. That's something that exists for quite a few things now. It's like, why not? Well, it's something that exists for the inflammable sword, so... Hey, if they ever wanted to do, like, sets of weapons, I think something like the inflammable sword or anything that has oil would work pretty well with the pan, too. No. I still want to save this because, like I said, every boss is going to have something new to offer. What do I want here? Open wounds could be okay, even though I have no idea how that would work with pan. Let's just go... Vengeance? Yeah, let's go Vengeance. Vengeance is always a pretty decent take here. Don't really know what would be the best thing to do with the pan right now, though. This is ultimately just one of those weapons that I would consider a good weapon. It's got an easy-to-fulfill critical, it's fast, short range, but that's generally not a big deal. Really, the only issue is that is that it has some terrible synergies, as had somebody point out in the comments. It's just like, hey, you know how you got like synonym and antonym? I guess it would be antergy with a phaser, which is too bad because again, you would think that smacking somebody in the back of the head, that is such a classic like television move. If you're gonna knock somebody out, that's something. Oh yeah, there's also new enemies in the game. I forgot. Like that tentacle. Oh boy. Oh, some of these guys have been maybe a little bit of a thorn in my side, let's just say. Especially on 5-cell mode in the 5-cell area, but won't get too much into that. There we go. Actually managed to grab that. I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, that's a classic television move. To hit somebody in the back of the head with a frying pan. That would also be another thing that I would like to see added with a weapon. Like, okay, so if you hit enemies in the front, you get a critical. If you hit them in the back, you get a stun. How about that? I don't know. Other than that, any sort of stunning thing is going to be pretty effective when it comes to this weapon. Just because you can freeze an enemy in place. Really gotta watch out for you now, don't I? I mean, it just works exactly like it does in the Conjunctivius fight. It's just... ugh. It's a sort of thing that you don't really expect here. You gotta get used to some of these new enemies, let's just say that. And if you're not, then they are going to be kicking you to the curb more than a few times for the first couple times that you see them. Which is worrying. All the bosses are themed around, or all the enemies are themed around the bosses in the game, so I'm full... Well, you could have appeared earlier. Before I use my potion charge, but anyway. So I'm fully I haven't seen whatever the one that is associated with the incomplete one yet, but... Oh god, it even does the sweep? That's terrible! Okay. Let's just be a little bit careful here. A little bit cautious. But you would think that there is already an enemy that is concierge themed. It's the... It is the failed experiment, which is almost like... Oh, this is all a lot of very difficult stuff to deal with. Oh, just jump up there. Jeez, man. Man, okay, I hope I don't have to... I mean, I did leave that baguette over there. But yes, the failed experiment is already very similar to the concierge. That I kind of wonder what the boss-themed version of that enemy is going to be. Haven't seen it yet, and I don't really know when it would where it would appear, but I suppose we'll see soon enough. Critical hits plus 20% damage. I mean, I don't really know why I keep switching these out. It's not like I'm getting any sort of benefit from doing that. It's just I want the better affixes, you know, as kind of a good luck charm. Is pretty much the only way that I could possibly put that, is it? Anyway, I don't know how fighting the concierge is going to go, because I'm really not entirely sure if the concierge... How fighting the Conjunctivius is going to go, because I'm not entirely sure if the Conjunctivius has a face. Straight up. Awesome! My least favorite thing to find in any respect. Because I'm not having a hard enough time here already dealing with some of these new enemies. Timekeeper, I still don't really know what... I guess that would be in the clock tower, and I just tend not to go to the clock tower. And I'm betting whatever the one for the concierge is, it's probably in the ramparts. So, another area that I don't really tend to go to too often. And it is a good thing. And like I said, one of the things that I wanted to do with this run was that I didn't really want one that was too difficult, even though I am going through the sewers, just because the change up here means that things are going to get rough. And I did already have quite a hard time with some of the enemies on 5-cell mode. Okay. Besides, I just want a nice easy run comparatively, because I still have a lot of items that I want to unlock before I start doing a more complete video of the new update here. Who knows how stuff is going to change after all. Definitely interested in seeing whatever some of the powers are, because whatever the one you get from 5-cell mode, that's what I'm most excited about. Still have no idea what it actually is. Okay, let's get a little bit more health here. I think that's just a good idea in general. There we go. Try not to get exploded upon, and we're good. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm more of a cookies and cakes type of guy. Somebody that has done a lot of stuff with pastries and everything. I mean, if you want me to cook a steak, not the sort of person that you want to come to. If you want me to like make puff pastry by hand, that I surprisingly enough have a little bit of experience with. It was something that I was doing for a semester in school. Just spent like every single day trying to create a new type of cookie, cake, pie, whatever. It was a fun time. I wouldn't really say that I got particularly good at it, but it was, okay, taken down. It was definitely an interesting time there for a while. So having a little bit of a cooking-themed type of weapon here, I definitely approve of. Even outside of just being a kind of a dumb joke related to the trailer. Which, by the way, still have not actually seen that trailer. Hey, I'm somebody who's here for the video game. I don't got time to watch 30 seconds of an advertisement for a video game I'm already playing. That is absolutely absurd. I don't know why I haven't watched it, is, I guess, the real answer to that. Anyway, I kind of like this, but I don't really want to blow a whole lot of money. At this rate, I might actually want to go to... If I'm thinking about it, I might want to go to the... Slumbering Sanctuary instead of the Graveyard. Although I don't think I will. Just to get some healing up, if nothing else. I do have the heart backing me up, but that's generally not something that I would feel like I should be relying on, even though I definitely will be. And then whatever this weapon is, and I got my hunches, definitely going to be able to unlock immediately with the amount of cells that I got right now. Oh, yes, it is. That's why you want to save up some of this stuff. 99 cells. If it costs more than that, and I mean, that doesn't really matter because I already have... what do I want? Doesn't really matter because I already am going to be getting more cells from this area. Slows enemies. Do I really want that? Won't be a problem. Tainted Flask. Let's just go Soldier's Resistance. That's never a bad one to take. Extra health is useful. Not as good as the amount that you get from Dead Inside, but I don't know if I want to commit that hard to using that just yet. And let's just heal up fully. So, can you face me? Or are you always facing me? Or some sort of combination of that? I have no idea. does not look like I can actually... It does not look like the Conjunctivius actually faces me in any way. Oh, well, the tentacles will. Just gotta hit them on the side with the little suckers. Because despite the fact they got those suckers, they don't actually, like, attach to the walls in any way. I mean, the Conjunctivius itself is chained to the wall, so it's not like it really needs to grip anything. Now, I'll face the right direction. There we go. Something I never actually noticed is that... Yeah, exactly how the tentacles go about facing. Because directioning on enemies has not really mattered unless you were doing... You know, the Assassin's Dagger type of things. And if you're using the Assassin's Dagger, well, you were always getting criticals on those tentacles anyway, just based on how it apparently works. Oh, come on now. I feel like I... Oh, should have gotten that there. Well, hey, revenge is going to be coming through for me here. Okay. Not going to get the perfect fight, but that's not a big deal. It's not like I was really expecting to anyway. Okay. Definitely not going to be going to the cat room. Yes, I do want to see what the giant's weapon is, but I don't really want to die. Like, straight up. Oh, well, at least the weapon... At least it's still doing decent damage, even... despite not getting the criticals all the time. I really got to remember that you want to run backwards when it comes to this. Like that. There we go. Okay. Yes, as always, it's the same sort of issue when it comes to using a melee weapon against Conjunctivius, which is that she's real mobile and you are not as mobile. Well, at least she's coming up to me. And now here's where the problems begin and hopefully do not end, because I have to redo a run. Okay, there we go, actually. Works out just fine for me. Okay, fine. And whatever, I'll get the damage buff. And come on. Oh, man. Now, here's where something like Phaser would be useful, or even Grappling Hook. I do think Grappling Hook would be good here, because for whatever reason, you can, in fact, grab onto the... There we go. You can, in fact, grab onto the Conjunctivius. I don't really know why, but, hey, what am I going to argue with it? And that should take it down. All right, one more potion charge, and I do think that I am going to have to... then go into, like, the Slumbering Sanctuary here. I just need that healing. And I'm not going to be getting it anywhere else. Although, thinking about it, dealing with something like... I don't know. And come on. Getting real close, but... Oh, well, yeah, that's going to get a... It's going to be a solid hit on me there. Very close, but not quite. And, of course... Just roll against... Just gotta roll against that wall there. The invincibility, just because... Man. There. Man, I tell you. Yeah, so, Slumbering Sanctuary, no question. And there's what I'm looking for. It's everything that I ever wanted. Not this, but... Yep, it's Tentacle. Just called Tentacle. Okay, cool. I'm actually kind of happy to see that it's just called Tentacle. That's just chef's kiss amazing. No, I'm not fighting anything. There we go. Oh, that's good. That's some good stuff. So, unlock that right now. Ignores shields. Projects you towards an enemy, inflicts a critical hit if you attack again while bumped. Free hugs. Well, let's check it out. Also 69 cells left. I kind of am going to be sad to get rid of them, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Adrenaline could actually work out pretty well in this type of build for healing. Well, let's at least take a look at it for right now. Oh, and it makes a sound too. Oh boy. Oh, and it's a grappling hook. Oh. Yeah, this is some fun times. Note to self, do a showcase run based on that soon enough. Ignores shields, because of course it does. Do I want to take Frenzy, though? I feel like that's just going to be a bad idea. Well, there's that. Let's see how this goes now. Very much, I kind of wonder, because it reminds me a lot of the tentacle, whatever the tentacle weapon from Enter the Gungeon is. I want to say that it's probably not a reference to that, but if I was going to say that if it was a reference to anything, probably the cost parasite from... Probably the cost parasite from Bloodborne. Very similar type of thing there. Shooting out a tentacle like that. And this entire game, of course, has more than a few references to Bloodborne, after all. In how it works and the various mechanics in here. Ooh, I was maybe a little bit more confident in my ability to fight that zombie than I should have been. Wow, there's a lot of zombies in here, I'd just like to point out. What is up with that? I'm mad that I got hit by that. I'm also kind of surprised that it did that much damage. Yeah, fine. With door advantage, I should be totally fine to take you out. And then... done. We got to see that excellent little smacking animation that you get when you're using the frying pan here, which I haven't really commented on just yet, but I do like quite a bit. It looks great. Well, I'm disappointed that I used my heart, but hey, that's what it's for. You always gotta remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, but also that's what you're using it for in the first place. It's to prevent you from dying. I hate this guy. There. Food shop, please. No curse chest. Well, with the huge collectives of zombies at the very start here. Oh, man. No. With a huge collective of zombies at the very start, I should be totally fine to get rid of this curse easy peasy. I hope. We'll see. Let's just not even risk it around here. I mean, I do think that one of the things that Motion Twins said is that they did take out some of the knife throwers from various areas around the game. And I'm going to guess that probably includes this one because of the whole redundancy. Because of the whole redundancy with all the invisible enemies anyway. Okay. Oh, you're just waiting, aren't you? No, not supposed to be using the whole slam down attack if I'm going to be trying to go for a single weapon run here, but hey, I'm also a little bit worried about my life. I do think it is in jeopardy. At least as of right now. One of the other nice things when I do actually find the... Yeah, they're not leaving there. When I do actually find the food shop is that I will be able to get a big old slice of watermelon on top of that, which is going to be very much helpful for healing up and then staying healed up, since I didn't actually end up taking Dead Inside like I was kind of considering, if I'm being perfectly honest. That is a good mutation, and it's a good way to survive kind of low healthy type of runs, but you know, at the same time, you gotta think about how you're gonna you gotta have an escape plan for a lot of situations when it comes to Dead Cells. You don't just want to run in somewhere without any idea of what you're going to do after that. Unfortunately, it seems like I have no escape plan here, and I am going to have to go directly into this trap corner, and unfortunately make this entire area much more difficult for myself. Stop that right now. Anyway, yeah, Cursed Chest has been taken care of pretty well. I don't know, man. I guess I'll go up here, see if I can get a little bit better of a pan. But, I would be lying. I was going to say that things are looking a little bit dire, at least for the time being. He didn't see me. He totally did see me, by the way. I don't really know what I'm going to do right now. It does seem like perhaps a not good scenario in a lot of ways. Maybe I can just get him to continuously pull me towards him. And then get enough criticals there to actually take him down. Good! That worked out! Hey, so who's the smart guy now? Not me. I shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place, but hey, it worked out okay over time. Thank you. Speaking of which, would have probably been better if I found that earlier, but hey, what are you gonna do? You know, the big thing is that you don't want to panic too much when things start to go poorly, because fear is the mind killer. A little death that brings total oblivion, something like that. Oh yeah, and it's also brutality tactic scaling. I didn't even notice that. That's an interesting combo. I guess I can kind of see that. You know, after all, it is a very... Okay. It is a very, very nice. Ranged type of weapon while also being melee in a lot of ways. So, sure. Works for me. Get out of here, you. And any scrolls that I might be able to take here. I do think Sepulcher is going to be the best option for right now. I mean, I am doing better, but I'm still not... I would still like to get a lot more stats if I possibly could, because I do think probably going to need that. Not going to be going into the cavern. That is a bad idea. That is what we in the business call something that you don't want to do. Oh, the invincibility, of course. Well, thankfully this isn't 4 or 5 cell mode, so things aren't going to be... And, alright, we're doing this again then. We are going to be doing this then again. Whoa, hey. Whoa, okay, that actually worked out pretty well. Same sort of strategy as last time. My God, what is happening? I mean, oh, okay, for some reason I got locked in place for a second. That's actually something I do know that happens with the floor runes, but it still took me by surprise. Well, this is a nice setup, but, you know, again, I shouldn't be using slam downs as much as I have been as it is. Just, you know, as a matter of course for the run. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately that diamond is going to have to remain uncollected for the rest of this run. Oh well, I can deal. I'm not really hurting on money or anything anyway. If I can actually go find the shop, which I swear is going to be in the 2-cell door if I'm remembering correctly. And not the 2-cell door that leads to the cavern, but this one. Now I should be sitting on Easy Street, hopefully. Yoink. Well, maybe not Easy Street, but hey, if I can successfully beat the... Ugh, do I really even want to? Feel like, again, probably a bad idea, but if I take it before I go into the Sepulcher, I'll probably be okay. I mean, you know, probably. I'll give it an attempt. Just want to make sure that I have my path clear, my route entirely without Sans enemies, which, yeah, it would not have been if I didn't decide to go down here first. More stats, though. I'll take that. How much am I looking at for health here? 23. I can probably not worry too much about that for the time being. It's a little disappointing to see that don't manage to get the Conjunctivius. You would think that she would be facing you at all points in time. You would just have permanent criticals on her because she's a giant eyeball. What does facing you even mean? I feel like everything is facing you, but fine. And you can see her eye. It's constantly looking at you. But no, that doesn't count for the pan as it is. Also never counted for anything related to the Assassin's Dagger either, so I guess it only makes sense that... I guess I was kind of hoping that it would be the reverse, just because the Assassin's Dagger doesn't work. Why would the pan not work? Why would the pan not work? What a tortured sentence. But anyway, I got it out. Oh, or 75% damage reduction, which I kind of like a little bit more here. Yeah, I'm going to do this, and instead what's going to happen is that I am going to focus on, in the next area, grabbing a pan from the shop. Because a pan from the shop should be able to give me more than enough, it should be able to be the same level, which is what I'm looking for. Well, we'll see. Oh boy. Yeah, it would have also been interesting going to the clock tower, because I'm sure that the enemies there are going to be the one that are themed around the... I'm betting what happened is they probably replaced the tracker with whatever the... Also, really, a lot of not very nice stuff going on there, is there? Multiple invisible and dangerous enemies appearing right before my eyes. Not really something that I'm too enthralled with seeing, but I'll try to deal with it anyway. If I hurry up here, you're not going to be able to do too much of anything anyway. Unfortunately, there's a second one immediately right up there. And the knife throwers and everything, it's all just a bad time. No, I knew you were there, which is why I was going to be extra cautious. Usually coming in here with the curses, not really a big deal at all, but... Hey, when it's this sort of setup, it's a little bit more of a big deal. A little bit more of a deal just in general. Are you going to be coming after me here? Going to be getting a pan to the face? Yes, you are. Well... Okay. Watch out for that knife thrower, and almost there. Gotta be a little bit extra cautious, which is something that I'm usually not too big of a fan of, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do and all that. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. Stop that. You don't die to curse. If you only taking darkness damage after all. There we go. Oh, and also, hey, some nice healing here too. So in case I run into a particularly bad situation, can just come right back here and chow down on one big old piece of pan. It only makes sense for the run. So many puns. So many puns here. So many pans. But hey, if not now, then when? I suppose the next time that I do a pan run. I'm almost assuredly going to be doing a second run of this just for like a showcase type of thing rather than just a single weapon. And like I've been saying this entire run, it's kind of a stopgap measure until I have everything else unlocked. And I do think that there's a lot more to be seen with this weapon. A lot more fun synergies that could be done. But for right now, at least definitely get a taste of what the Dead Cells hero is cooking. It's pain. Which is another pun. Anyway, let's just get on with this. Okay. There's one more cursed chest here, but unless I have a particularly good setup of enemies that I can take off that curse easily, I don't think that's going to be happening. Of course, my worst enemy are the shield bearers, because they have just been very irritating and just impossible to get a critical on in any way. Ooh, definitely got to watch out with that sort of setup. Those trackers can push you off of there fairly easily. Not so much here. I mean, of course, one of the great things about how this weapon works is that, well, enemies have to face you to hit you, so they tend to be putting themselves in a pretty vulnerable position. That also means, though, that you have an enemy that's about to hit you while you're also hitting them, so it's not like it's the best position to be in on your side either. However, if you got a good enough damage, you're going to be... Let's actually take health this time, just to be a little bit cautious. Yes, if you are... if you have decent enough damage, you're going to be hitting... Well, there's where the bread's going to come in. You're going to be breaching them. You're going to be causing a little bit of hit stun there, and that is going to cause you to get a lot of damage off, and maybe even just a combo any individual dude instantaneously. Stun lock them and kill them with no problem at all. I would definitely see that sort of thing happening if you were working with a particularly good set of skills on top of that. As much as I said that, I think having something like a... there we go. Having something like a grappling hook or any sort of stun grenade, freezing would help. I don't think that it would be entirely necessary on higher level difficulties, because you're going to be getting the stats to support that anyway. Well, presumably. Should have got door advantage. Oh well. The thing that I was worried about that I didn't even think of until... There we go. Until right now is the idea that that could have been a shield bearer, and an elite shield bearer would have been just terrible to fight. Let's just do this because I don't even want to mess around with this. What do you got? Nothing that I really want here. Yeah, I know I'm kind of going back on the whole agreement that I got. The whole conditions of the run here where I don't use dive attacks, but I've had a rough run here. So I feel like that's not an excuse. I know, but hey, go easy on me. It's my first day. Okay. Getting there. 20 on a 3-cell mode. Single weapon is pretty good. I mean, you can just see with how quickly I am taking out these here enemies. Taking out this here Kirby. That it's going well. It's just, I'm more worried than anything else about just getting hit by anything, because I don't really know. 10,000 health seems good. I don't know if it's good enough to carry me through the rest of the run. Also should be looking for any sort of shop around here too, because a single weapon shop should get me a 200% damage level 9, I think, pan, and that's going to be exactly what I need. Okay, 8. Not actually level 9. Alright, what do you got? What's the best thing? Critical hits deal 20% damage. Sounds just peach keen. Shoots an arrow in front of you, and above you is also good because the bosses should be able to get hit by both of those things. Not really something that I would like to rely on for damage, but hey, if you need to, you need to. And that's going to be something that's going to be an option available to me. It is also probably going to be good for dealing with any sort of bats that feel like exploding in my face, so also a good thing happening there too. Get up there. Okay, clock room. I don't really need to go fight those elites, so let's just go. And I don't know if the giant's hands are going to be counted as facing towards me or the giant's eyes, so let's just not even mess around with that. And did I forget about the other curse chest? Yes, but hey, I don't think I was really in a good position to take care of that anyway, so I don't think it's too big of a loss. Alright, caffeinate real quickly, and let's go. Smack that door open with my cookware. I mean, not bad, but oh boy. Also another very mobile opponent. Why did I pick the worst opponents to be going up with this particular weapon? I don't have an answer. You tell me. Okay. Whatever, I'll take the damage and apparently the flight lesson. Well, I have full potion charges, so... And she also does take quite a while, comparatively, to swing that great sword, so that's fine, I guess. Ugh. Still, it feels like I'm walking on the razor's edge every single time I'm... That was a weird little glitch. I was just walking forward continuously for a couple seconds there. Now, like I said, I don't think the giant would be, like, the better option here. Okay, yeah. I don't think the giant would be the better option here, but, God, both of these are not great for this sort of extremely short-range weapon. A very specific type of critical. Okay. She does that third time now. Alright, can't forget. So just get like one single smack here. Uh-oh. Yeah, of course. And didn't go for the third hit this time. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. This is a rough fight, but I think I should be able to do it. The only question is with how many potion charges left here. Quit stun locking me. You have such a large weapon. Why are you so fast? Let's see if I can just rally off some of the hits here. I do think there's a problem. If I was going to take a guess here, I would say that there is a problem with the pan and having some weird, like, delay times after you do an action. Because there are some points where I am, like, getting locked into an animation, like running forward there, for example, after I got hit. So there might be some kind of issue with that. Hard to say. Oh, this is going to be rough. I think I'm going to need to switch out for Tainted Flask. But in the meantime, Light Speed. Which is going to be... I don't know what it does, but we'll see, I suppose. An interesting combination of events right now. Yeah, this actually... using the pan right now with, like, that... whatever sort of glitch. I assume it's a glitch, at least. Ah, dang. Dash forward inflicts 137 damages. Enemies on the way back. Okay, so it's the dash ability. I really expect that you were going to be getting the big greatsword that she uses, but I guess not. Anyway, so Tainted Flask, and then let's just go full on hyper defensive. Sure. And what does Tainted Flask requires? 4 elite enemies. I mean, I'm going to be fighting minimum 4 elite enemies, but ugh. Hopefully I can get it down to 3 or so, and then I might be able to get 2 potion charges. Oh well, I'm going to be seeing 3 elites at least in the Hand of the King fight, regardless. So, hey, that'll work. I guess that'll play. Ooh. But yes, I was saying that one of the things with the pan is that it does remind me a lot of a similar issue that happened with the... Hayabusa gauntlets when they were first introduced, so it wouldn't really surprise me if... that was close. So it wouldn't really surprise me if there was a similar sort of thing happening here. Alright, get down, you... And is this better? 50% at max HP? I mean, I got a better chance of getting max HP, probably. A little bit of extra money. I mean, if I do get a shop where I can buy stuff, I might as well go for a new pan. Definitely a powerful weapon. It's just, you really do need a very specific type of run to make this thing work against something like the Timekeeper. Alright, alright. That said, being able to beat up an enemy that's using, like, a proper weapon here, knowing that I only have cookery, is a pretty satisfying thing. I mean, it's much like using the shovel. I do like gimmicky type of weapons. If you can beat up an enemy with a frozen fish, then I'm probably going to be doing that. I mean, it's my whole love of absurdity that brings about that type of thing. Doesn't really matter anyway, but hey, why not? I mean, I guess I should have sold it, but hey, I didn't. So, whoops. Enemies aren't going to teleport to me, but I was kind of sure that they were going to be... I was at least going to get a bomber. Come on, go down, you. I'm hammering on you so hard. Should have gone for more cursed chests, I guess. Oh well, there will be time. Why did I even go for that? He does have much more range than me, which is important to remember. Alright, the bombers are not going to like the amount of spikes here. Nope. And what a combination of events. Why can't I play like this every other time that I go into the castle? Yep. And watch out for that ball and chain, which, as we all know, are my weakness. Good, right into the spikes. Well, hey, at least this has good synergy when it comes to fighting Thorians. I do like that. Ooh, hey, guys. Any more spikes around here that I might be able to take out all the bombers immediately? Nope, and... well, a small enough area that it seems like they can't really... and I got hit by the freaking dude there. That's some horse hockey. Okay. Be a little bit cautious. There. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have the... it's still 4 elite enemies, so... Oof. Well, hey, if nothing else, I'll be able to take a different route through the game and maybe even show off one of the other weapons that has been now introduced here. Yeah? No? You died? I guess? I don't actually know what happened there. That's weird. Oh, no, it's stuck. It's stuck in the wall. Sure, that happens. Hey, don't worry, my dude. It happens to the best of us. Ow. Ooh, knife thrower. That could have been bad. I just got to get in a nice area where I can take out this bomber. Do I have to be down to 3? No, still 4 elite enemies. Oh, well. Yeah, someplace where you can take out bombers, and then we'll look at... go take out this elite and hopefully get a big heal. This is where the heal becomes the big heal. Well, that would be nice if I didn't have the stuff going on. You know the stuff. The kind that takes over your brain in the movie. The stuff. You know, it's like yogurt. It's alive. That's why it's moving around in your fridge. Anyway, this is all a bunch of references to a classic B-movie. God, let's just... okay, I know I said that I didn't want to use the whole dive attack thing here. I need to use that dive attack thing. Just please forgive me. Please wait warmly. There's one. Now we're going to do this and take a big ol' hit to the face regardless. Good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, man, even with like that much damage reduction, I still took a pretty big hit there. Not too happy, to say the least. Oh, God. Well, hey, you want to fly up into these, yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, man. Well, I'll still be able to get, potion charges in the middle of the fight. I would like to go for all 3 keys, but, you know, that's... I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna attempt it. This might be my downfall, if I am being perfectly honest. We'll see. I can't believe you didn't get breached there, my dog. Cool, boy. Again, another big bunch of issues occurring right now. There we go. Yeah, should not... I mean, I said breaching is a common occurrence of stuff that happens here. Not something you should be relying on. Nope. I choose not to go for that fight. And there we go. I hate this thing so very much. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. Two hits is about all I'm going to get. There we go. On some smooth moves, if I do say so myself. And I do. All the time. Real WarioWare style play here. Oh, hi, I forgot about all of you here. Please excuse me. Just gonna go, swoosh right in here. And I don't even know what is gonna happen with this here setup of stuff that's going on. Am I down to 3 yet? No. Boy howdy. I don't really know. I guess I could look around for more elite enemies, but I kind of need 2 more. So it's like, if I get past the first phase of the Hand of the King, I'll be able to get 1 elite enemy. Well, I didn't even mean to do that. If I get past first phase of the Hand of the King, I'll be able to get 1 elite enemy, and that's not enough to get me a potion charge right now. I only have 2 kind of in the hopper. So I need more than that. So if I can just find a single other elite enemy to maybe kill, that would assure that after the first phase, the easiest one, I would have 1 more potion charge left, ready to go. However, man... that's also putting myself at risk just running around in the castle right now, and it's also boring. So, maybe just do a second run, I guess, and get a little bit more statage. Feel a little bit better with how I'm doing here, do that. I got hit there anyway, of course. Talking about bombers here, my dog. Of course I'm going to be getting hit at every single opportunity. That's just how it goes with these guys. A real pain to Can't get killed by poison anymore. Hooray! Something's coming up Millhouse, at least for the time being. Oh, what a story, Mark. What a bad circumstance that I found myself in there. Okay, well, let's go get some more blueprints, I guess, and get back up there one more time. All right back at the end of the game here. Let's just sell all of these many pans and get right to the final boss, finish this up. And as with every other boss in the game, the Hand of the King does have his own new weapon to get, so not going to be able to use it here, but at least I'll be able to have it if they don't immediately update the game tomorrow. Oh well, I guess we'll just see if that happens. In the meantime, 435 cells should be able to cover it, however much it costs. Don't really have a great set of pans, at least for this time. I was kind of hoping to get something with poison, but oh well. At least I got here with a decent amount of potion charges, and I still have the heart. It's pretty much the only thing that I could have asked for. But I don't know if I've been playing bad these last couple days, or if they have clandestinely upped the difficulty of Dead Cells. It does kind of feel like it. It could also be that the sort of weird animation sudden stops have been screwing me up. I'm going to guess that's probably going to be fixed by the time that this goes into its final version, but right now, it is kind of annoying to be just walking forward. Fine, whatever. Hand of the King will land directly on that guy, or not. Should be doing damage, if I'm not mistaken. Now, good combo by me. Well, whatever. I have 2 potion charges here, ready to go. Okay, come on, you. Don't even need Tainted Flask this time. Although it probably wouldn't have been a terrible idea to take that just for the huge damage increase alone. Okay. And I got hit by the poison. Good stuff. Alright, as much damage as I can possibly get here. Before he starts doing the big throwdowns. Alright. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a much easier fight compared to the Timekeeper, because the Hand of the King is a lot slower, and that helps a lot with this type of weapon, where you don't need to be worried about it just getting in the right position to even hit the dude over and over. And much nicer. So yeah, a couple kinks to work out, but otherwise, I'd say that this is a pretty good weapon, and definitely going to be something worth taking in any good Brutality run I got going on. Telluric Shock. Good stuff. And of course, it's the Hand of the King's signature gigantic slam down. Would expect nothing less.